like a what they call a mystery drink.
Yeah, God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through, but don't break.
Yeah, man. You know what it is, man. It's Parlay with us, man. You got me, Mr. Beans, man. Stony Cook, Sean Doe, Hustle Stacks. Y'all know what it is, man. We bringing it to you guys again live from the dungeon, from the cellar. We bringing it at sports and that hard contact, man. Yo, listen. What you say you got on there in that mixed drink, though? You said it was a mystery drink.
Oh,
you
man. I could give you the ingredient, man, but it got.
I didn't have enough time, man. I was trying to go down to. I was trying to go down to the spot, man, and grab something right before the show, man, so I can get, ease up. You know what I mean? But I didn't make it.
You know what I'm saying? Jamaica Plains finest.
So I had to just stick with some friggin', you know what I mean?
I got the water today. I've been drinking all weekend. I got the water on y'all today.
Yeah, see, I got some of that with the little crystal light in it.
You know what I mean? You were hungover. I see you.
So that's what it is.
I stop when I get sleepy, though. I don't do the whole keep drinking to the bottle gone thing.
Yeah, I know that's crazy, right? You be done. But yeah, man, y'all see it, man, fellas, man. You see that freaking title, man. We got the last minute NCAA bracket advice. We're gonna give y'all a little advice on these brackets. It's 4 of us on here. I know Stacks did good probably on his bracket. Stony, I don't know if there was any surprise for you guys on this tournament. We're going to recap the tournament too. That's what we're talking about today. Today's all NCAA people. We're bringing it to you live. You know what I mean? We got the whole crew here. So, yeah, man. What y'all think, man? What do y'all think about this? Where we at? Where we at now, Elite? Where we at? 16?
No, 32. We still in the 32.
We're still in the
32. After the night, it'll be 16.
Yeah, then it'll be 16.
So we're still in the 32 right now. First round, basically.
Yep.
Okay. No, second round.
No, second round.
Second round? Okay. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, this is 32.
So y'all, what do y'all think on the brackets, man? How did you guys do on y'all brackets?
I'm hitting pretty good.
I'm doing all right. Listen, whenever all 4 of your Final Four teams are still there, it's a great thing.
Yeah, you're right.
You're gonna run into some bumps here and there, but when your Final Four team is still there by the time Sweet 16 comes around, you're in great shape. So my Final Fours are still there. It's looking good. I mean, I took a little hit today, but
Sweet 16, I'm intact.
Okay. Yes, I'm all right, but I'm not as good as you from what it sounds like, So
yeah, my Sweet 16 on this side, I'm intact. It's the other side it's a little iffy because of them fucking faggots, North Carolina. But I ain't gonna go in there. My fault for the language.
Oh yeah.
We gotta bleep that out. Sorry, bleep that out, people.
Shout out to Florida, man. Florida almost killed me today, man.
Yeah, Stony. They would have got me today, Stony. Yo, I want to say one thing, yo.
I would have been done.
Shout out to UConn, dog. They should have won that. Yo, Hurley runs some good action, man, with that screen of offense. That shit is crazy. Because if you look at it on paper, there's no way talent-wise they should have matched up with Florida. That was all Hurley today. That was all Hurley, man. He put them guys in some good shit, put them in the right position, and shout out to Hurley, man. And I just think Hurley kept them in the game big time by the shit he was running, man. God damn, he ran some good shit today, man.
Yo, and I agree.
I do got Florida coming off that UConn. I did have Florida and UConn in that game today.
And I just thought those free throws were huge for Florida down the stretch. Those free throws, as you can see, I mean, it's hypothetical, but man, let me tell you, if UConn had a chance to tie it, or win, they would have gotten that.
That was the best game I seen the whole tournament, Stone.
I didn't
You think
Yeah,
so?
it was the best game, bro.
Yeah,
It was
back and forth. Yeah, it was really good. It was a back and forth. I mean, you thought Florida, man, let me tell you, they was in trouble, man. They was in trouble. They had to dig deep because it seemed like you
said they were mucking it up. They were making them uncomfortable. And homeboy, the point, what's his name? The point guard, the kid that hit the big shots. This is
Walter Clayton. Walter Clayton.
Yeah, he was uncomfortable the first. You know, he was missing some shots too, but they came to play like you said, man. They were mucking it up, and you know,
shout out to Golden actually.
That's gonna help Florida though in the long run. That type of game, that type of
and they and UConn, they kept them there, man. 5, you know, Florida would bring it down to 4. They'll bring it back up to 6. They kept that 5 to 4 point lead, man. And man, they did a good job, man, mucking up the game, taking Florida out their comfort zone. Florida couldn't really go off like that, man. They had to wait to the end, man, to really come through, man. Shout out to them, man, for playing with heart. And I feel like this win can mean a lot for Florida, man.
That was some
championship going forward.
That was a championship medal. Not to sound corny, but the way Connecticut played was like we're not as talented as we were. We're not who we were, but we won the championship the last 2 years. So if you want to go out, I know there's no type, what they call it, no consolation prize, but to go out like that, your fans gonna be. I'm not a fan of UConn, but like if I was a fan of them, I'm like, well, at least they went out like that. You know what I mean? That Florida could potentially win this thing. You know what I mean? So
I mean, had they won, they would have been live to come out that region. I definitely would have been looking at them like in the future.
Yeah, I think I agree with Tony. I think
I would have looked into them.
Yeah, if UConn would have won,
UConn?
I think they could. Yeah. I think if UConn would have made a run, I believe so. I agree with that.
Yeah, I would have looked into them.
They heard coach that game, and then they beat Oklahoma. Then they would have had beaten Florida. That's 2 great wins, man, in the tournament.
Great wins.
Yeah,
huge wins.
And then you go, I would have looked for UConn to make a run.
So let's go down, y'all. Who got the best bracket that looked like it? How did y'all bracket stack up against what we was talking about on Wednesday night?
My whole Sweet 16 on the East and Midwest is I got everybody. I got that whole side locked in. I don't think I lost.
You got the whole Sweet 16?
I got on that side, on the East and Midwest. I got the whole Sweet, And
you know what? I've been doing good on that side as well.
So in the 16 stacks, can you run down who you got from the East?
Got Duke. Actually, I missed one game. I'm sorry, because I see I had Wisconsin there. But hold on, because Bam was in the dogfight. So I'm just assuming that Bama, which they've been playing close games all tournament. I don't know what's going on with them. But I missed out on the Wisconsin joint. So I actually had Wisconsin winning that game and ended up losing. But they shout out to Tunji, man. He played his ass off. I mean, Wisconsin had a chance to win that game, but I got Duke, Zona, Bama, Houston, Purdue, Kentucky, Tennessee. So I'm missing one team on that side.
Okay. So mine is like similar to yours. So I got Duke, I got Arizona beating Oregon. I'm kind of, I don't know, but I got Arizona. BYU lost. I had Wisconsin beating BYU. I got Bama beating St. Mary's. Houston beat the Zags. I had Clemson, but they had lost like a while ago. But I had them going to the Sweet 16. I had Kentucky over Illinois and Tennessee over UCLA.
Yeah, you know what's crazy is if you go back to the last show. You go back to the last show. I said I'm gonna pick VCU over BYU, and I'm gonna regret it. And that's exactly what I did. I had a feeling that BYU. I just thought VCU could make a run, that mid-major Cinderella shit, Stoney. I fell into it. You know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, me too, to a certain extent, but no, BYU's live, man.
Yeah, they live, man. They BYU I knew if they I knew they would do this. I did. I'm not surprised that they're in the Sweet 16 at all.
Yeah,
So BYU, who did they take care of? VCU?
Wisconsin. They took care of Wisconsin and VCU. Yes.
Okay.
Then the collision course with Bama. If Bama comes out of this, it's gonna be Bama and BYU, man. That's gonna be a great game, man. I got Bama beating them, but man, I
wouldn't be surprised if BYU the way Bama playing Stoney right now. I wouldn't be surprised if BYU beat them. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't like what I'm seeing out of Bama right now. They're right. Look right now. Yeah, they going back and forth with St. Mary's right now. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if BYU pulled out that game. Kentucky,
it's gonna be interesting. And look out for Tennessee. I got Tennessee coming out of the Midwest. I feel good about that one. They look pretty good the other night when they beat them UCLA.
They got to play UCLA. I was suspect anyway, but they got to play Kentucky. That's a good. Kentucky beat them twice during the regular season. So that's gonna be a good game.
That's gonna be
Tennessee,
a good game.
Kentucky.
Kentucky beat them twice.
I got Tennessee over Kentucky.
I do too, but I wouldn't be surprised if Kentucky got them though.
But I got Tennessee beating Houston.
I don't have that.
I knew I'm gonna lose you there.
Yeah, I ain't got that, Stoney. I ain't got that one.
So,
I had to mix it up somewhere.
So, Doe, how's your bracket looking like? How are you looking on any of these regions right now?
I don't even have my bracket. And I did mine at work, so I don't even know. All I know is I have Florida winning it, and they playing Duke.
Okay.
All the other stuff I'm not gonna cap. I don't even because I did it at work, remember? And
That's right. I remember that. I remember when you was
I have to literally go back, watch the show.
So how about your final four? How about your final four? You got any idea?
I know I have Florida. No, I did. I believe I had. I want to say. I don't think I had St. John's. I think I had them going to the Elite Eight. But
yeah, I had them in the Elite Eight.
I ain't gonna lie, Stone. I gotta literally go back and watch the show because I don't want to say this to say, but I definitely know I have Florida.
Yeah, if you have Florida winning it, then you have St. John's going to Elite Eight.
Yep.
Yeah. I know I have St. John's going far for sure. That's the one team I know that lost that I'm like, damn. But
so now this is the okay, yeah. I got for that Elite Eight, I got Duke, Alabama, and I got Houston, Kentucky.
Yeah.
And then I had Louisville, but that's out the window.
So who's the other team? So you gotta have four. So who's the other team?
I have Florida, St. John's.
Yeah, I had Texas Tech over St. John's.
Okay.
Yeah, St. John's.
So you guys read your Sweet 16, your whole
We read the
I didn't give y'all my other side. I didn't give y'all my other side though.
Yeah, you got to give us your other side. We read our whole thing. Like that was my whole Sweet 16 right there.
Let me run it straight real quick. My bad, fellas. Hold on. Let me just run it straight. So on the East Midwest, I got Duke, Arizona, Wisconsin, Bama, Houston, Clemson, Kentucky, and Tennessee. And then on the other side, I had Louisville, Texas A&M, North Carolina, Michigan State, Florida, Maryland, Texas Tech, and St. John's. So on the southwest side, I still have Michigan State, Florida, Maryland, and Texas Tech live. And on the east and Midwest, I still have Duke, Arizona, Bama, Houston, Kentucky, and Tennessee. So a bad Sweet 16, it's goodbye to your boy.
Yeah, on the other side, I got my Sweet 16 in the South and in the West. I got Auburn, Michigan, which is gonna be a great game. Shout out to Beans. Beans actually made me look at Michigan a little harder. That's why I picked them a little further.
Okay. Shout out to Michigan too, man.
Yeah.
First of all,
we did.
They have my favorite apparel out of all the colleges, man. That Michigan apparel is dope.
But Stoney, You know, I'm a collector of shorts, Tony. I got the gold joints and the blue joints, but it ain't the same Fab Five gear, but Michigan got some ill gear though. They do. I'll give you that. You right.
Like I would get that. I would get the starter jacket. If I see a Michigan starter jacket, I would get it just cause, you know what I'm saying? The all blue with the Michigan or the yellow. Either one, yeah, either one, man.
It's right though. Michigan do make some good shit. They do make some good apparel.
They're Jordan brand school too, Bean, so they're gonna get some shit.
But they hell of a game by Michigan, man. They were down 10 points in the second half. I believe the second half. I watched that whole game. I watched that game. The whole game, man. They pulled through, man. They pulled that game out, man. So they watch out for them, man. Who they got next? They got
Auburn.
They got Auburn. Michigan's live.
Yeah, I think I can see them beating Auburn.
And if they beat Auburn, boy, let me tell you, it'll be the Battle of Michigan. The Battle of Michigan. They could be on that collision course.
Michigan State. I like
Michigan State.
I know,
yeah, in the Elite Eight.
Michigan State going far too. I know that.
Florida.
I got them coming out.
Yeah, I got them coming out. Shout out to they got a lot. I didn't know they had.
Yo, Stack said he said the motherfuckers NC, man, yo.
They messed me up.
Yo, that was gonna happen, man.
You know what though? Real quick.
They messed me up.
They should have won that game, bro. No bullshit. Yo, that coach, bro. No. I'm sorry, bro. That coach, when they were scrambling at the end, Stack's gonna know there was 3 possessions that were going back and forth. He should have called it. He called a timeout. 3 possessions too late. If your team's scrambling like that, get them together. They were making a run. They were within 2. They got dudes coming back, jacking up threes. He ain't running nothing. He ain't calling nothing. He finally calls timeout when they down by 6 or whatever. I'm like, this dude, man, no wonder why he was on the hot. I don't know if he was on the hot seat, but Stack said that dude, he lost from that game. That was a coach. That coaching lost from that game, bro. I mean, they were down most of the game.
At one point, they was down like 20.
They was down. They was down.
But when they came back, because college is a second half sport. When they came back, bro, they could have, in my opinion, they could have won. They had all the momentum. They panicked. He did not call a timeout. If you look at the last 3 or 4 possessions, he waited till like the last minute to call a timeout. They're already down by like 2-3 possessions. Bro. I'm like, this dude. Now you want to call a timeout. Dudes in the corner fumbling at the 3-point line, throwing up all types of craziness. You see UConn. You see how he called a timeout, ran that play towards the end of the game. Like, bro, this college. I was telling my boy, college basketball is the one sport I truly believe, maybe other than the NFL, that coaching like really truly matters. Like college basketball coaches matter more than I believe any coach because
you're right. You're true.
They're kids.
Yeah, they're kids.
Kids, bro. They're not like.
Yeah, they.
You know what I'm saying? Like in the pros, you know what you need to do. Don't get me. I'm not saying
not really. They are men now because the average college kid is like 23, 24, right?
But overall stats, you know what I'm saying? There's no 30-year-old veteran on the court to calm them down, fam. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying?
Years old in college,
kids, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Like, but they teaching them the game, though. I think that's what the coach is doing in college, is teaching them how to make it to that professional level, is teaching them how to run plays and things like that. Not saying that they don't know how to do that from high school.
North Carolina game, he didn't teach me shit. They weren't running nothing. They was scrambling around. They was at Washington Park, bro. I was like,
I just think that's a tough one because in the second half, when you down 20, and if you down 20 in the first, you can make a run. Then you got halftime to catch your legs. When you down 20 in the second half and you make that run, ain't no legs there at the end of the game. Then that's when you start making them dumbass mistakes. And so that's what it was. They was down.
That's a good point.
They was down.
And to be fair, that's a good point, Stats. But that makes it even more to at least catch your breath. You ain't gonna be plenished in 20 seconds. But bro, he did not. They even said it before. I was thinking it, and then they even said it on the broadcast, bro. And not that you all want to do it. If you get a chance, watch the end of that game, bro. You're gonna be like, yo, like, damn, bro.
Yeah, I'm with everybody, man. North Carolina shouldn't have been in there, but everybody thought was gonna happen to them, happened to them. So fuck them. You know, shout out to MJ and all Vince Carter and them cats. I ain't messing with them dudes, man. I mean,
Yo, wait,
what's up, David?
How far you had him?
What up, David Burns? I
had him going on. I had him playing. I had him losing today. So I mean, but still, it would have helped out a lot. Cause I'm in this little pool thing I'm doing. It still would have helped me out.
I had him in the 316 too, man.
Yeah, man.
I thought I was gonna hear someone I thought someone was gonna get killed on the night we lose in Tampa Bay, man. When I heard T talking that night,
yo, I was tight. I had a future on them too. I had a future on them.
Yo, T was vexed when T lost that shit. He texted like this motherfucker.
I was at work laughing, bro.
I share his sentiments, man, because
he said I should have known. He said,
man, it's my fault, man. It's like the vote VCU and BYU think I should have known better, but I thought VCU.
That's
you still in it though, Stacks, right?
Yo, Stacks, me too. I picked VCU to take on.
It means if I'd have known that, then the VCU coach leaves, so he wasn't even focused on the game. He right, y'all gotta get this Virginia job.
Well, he was out.
Yeah, he got the Virginia job, dog. He wasn't even. If I'd have known that was happening, I definitely would have picked BYU.
That's why. You're right.
Egg, man.
Yeah, those are hard. That's hard information to get at times. You know, at a certain time period. You know, like that. The professionals get that type of information. We get it kind of late.
That would. Am I right or wrong, Stone? That would have helped you with the pick lane.
Hell yeah, with that.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Hell yeah,
when the coach is leaving a program, oh man, you got to go against that team.
They're not focused. They're not focused.
Yeah,
because the players know. You're right, Stacks. The players knew. They knew their coach was out. Yeah, so man. I'm gonna give it to y'all. I didn't get to see the whole Connecticut. Shout out to Connecticut. And shout out to Dude, man. Dude really can coach though. No bullshit. Y'all are right.
Yo, and I seen the longest 19 seconds in my life today in that UConn Florida game. The longest 19 seconds, man, I ever witnessed in my life, man. Man, I thought the game was over a long time ago, man, and it was still playing, man. But the fouling, the free throws, man, it's amazing how long a game can go, man, when it's just 19 seconds left, man.
Yeah, man.
It was just fouling. And the same thing happened yesterday in one of those games yesterday I was watching. They just kept fouling, man. So real quick, though,
I want to talk about it, man. Let's talk about some of these teams, regardless if they lost. Yo, Stacks, I want to talk about some players. And you know who I'm going to talk about because I like this kid. That kid, David Queen, man, out of Maryland.
Let me tell you something. Yo, know what's crazy?
I like that.
They high school team.
He got like a 1-2 punch. The other young kid that playing with him down, the other center, the big dude, he's young too. Yeah. Yo, that kid David Queen's nice, y'all.
Crazy. You know he went to high school with Cooper Flag.
Oh shit!
Yeah, went to high school with Coop. He went to high school with Coop. That kid McNeely that was on Connecticut, they top 5 freshman. He was on that team. They had a squad, bro. They had a squad. But yeah, that kid Queen he's
nice. He's nice. Yo, Cook, he's nice. Yo, I like that kid, man. I like the way he plays, man. For a chubby kid, he's good. Yo,
got a little chubbiness to him. When he dropped about 15, he gonna be murdered.
And the other kid, a nice little guard that I like too. Let me just spit this out, man, because I watched a lot of these games. Yeah, the boys from McNeely was decent, but they couldn't hang on. What's this kid from A&M?
Oh yeah, Taylor. Yeah, he's tough. He been there 4 years.
Wade Taylor from A&M.
Since freshman, he's a draft pick too.
Yeah. He's a draft pick. That kid's good, man. He's tough. He could dribble the hell out that ball and he pull it up. Yo, he was forcing it a little bit at the end, OT, but he could pull it up though.
Yeah, shout out to him, man. He's I respect him because he stayed at school all 4 years, didn't transfer, put in his work. And he shouted to Wade Taylor, man. I that was one kid I was truly sad for when he lost that game. You can see he was upset, man.
Yeah, he was upset. Yeah, because they fought, man. He was, he was balling. That was a good game.
Too. A lot of money's going on Maryland. They make it to the Final Four. It's crazy. Elite 8 or something.
Yeah, they. I mean, Maryland got their hands full right now, man.
They got their hands full right now.
But hey, they in great shape. I mean, the second, they down 7. Now, they're gonna have to, really step it up. No time to play around. And
that was before the game, but I'm just saying because you can see where the money's going when you gamble like that.
David. Yeah, Dave Taylor. David.
I stayed away from it though because I don't.
It's been tough. It's been tough because a lot of people was giving a lot of these teams a chance, and these teams were getting smoked. I mean, people. Yeah. You should have seen a lot of people was liking. Let me tell you a game.
Who's Maryland playing? They're playing right now.
Yeah, playing right now. Playing Colorado State right now.
Like Drake was live. Yo, Drake was live yesterday. A lot of money was coming in on Drake.
Drake was live.
A lot of money came in on Creighton. Creighton, UCLA had a lot of money coming in on them.
I don't know why.
And McNeese State was getting love too, man. They thought
it was.
Drake keep up with Purdue.
Drake and Mick, because Purdue known for choking in the tournament. They known for it. But shout out to Drake. Drake kept that game close the whole game though. I mean, they kind of pulled away later. But
Drake, they ran out of guys.
Yeah, they ran out of gas. Shout out to Drake. I mean, they ain't got nothing to hold their heads up. I mean, they won 33 games this year. I mean, god damn, man, it's a lot of games. Man. They went up against some people, Missouri, which probably they shouldn't have beaten, and they beat them. Then they played the other team. What they play? Texas Tech. Big man got on the heater.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, the big man got on the heater.
He did.
It was both of their bigs beans. It was both of their bigs that was killing them. Texas Tech, it started killing them, and Drake small on the inside. Texas Tech ain't that big, but they was bigger than them. So,
Drake had a guard.
Yeah, no, I know that the blonde kid. He tough.
He's tough. Who was the dude that was hitting the trays though? That was the dude with the dreads that was just pulling up.
Yeah.
Towards the end. Yeah. What's his name? Or was it number 11? I forget his name. He was balling.
Yeah, Drake.
He was on Texas Tech?
On Drake.
Yeah,
Drake. The kid on Drake that started hitting the threes.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now.
He started hitting the threes late.
He started hitting them late.
Shout out to Drake, man. Drake.
I think it's 11. But I know he had dreads. He was probably a small forward or something, but he was nice. The guard was penetrating down low and kicking it back out to him on the 3-point line. And he hit like 2 or 3, right? Yeah. Right, Stack? Yeah. He hit like 3 straight or some shit like that. He was balling at the end, but it was too late. You know what I mean? Them dudes, they couldn't stop Texas Tech when they got down low. Like they couldn't stop it.
I mean, it looked like it had to been Abreu or Sturts, because these guys, they had like, it had to be Abreu that you're talking about.
Was it Abreu?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Look at the stat line and just show you which one how many points he had, because he hit some threes late.
I mean, he went 5 for 7 and 3 points. So
it was him then.
It had to be him because everybody else was cold.
Yeah, it was him. Yo, he was good, man. He played pretty good down the stretch, though. It was a little too late. Yeah, it was a little too late. I see some other good, like the kid. No bullshit. That kid from Michigan, but I don't know if he'll be a draft pick though. Is he a junior? Stacks, the kid from Michigan.
He transferred in from Auburn.
Donaldson.
Yeah, he was at Auburn last year.
Donaldson was balling yesterday.
Yeah. Donaldson got some moxie with him. I like his moxie. I don't know if he transitioned to the NBA as a starter, but he do got some moxie with him, and he can hit some shots when it means it. Like he's not scared to take the shot. I like that about him. That's another thing about Michigan that I like. Good guard play. And they big men, I like Michigan. That's what Michigan could be dangerous, guys. You guys are right. I watched some games.
They have momentum. That's what it is with Michigan. They got this momentum going. Like sometimes teams just got that momentum going. They don't really have superstars per se or 5-star players. They just have a good team over there and a good coach, and they playing with a lot of heart right now, and it's taking them far. They worried about Michigan yesterday with the high altitude and, coming off that Big Ten championship win. They worried about them. They thought with the altitude and, they thought Wisconsin had that advantage, but it looked like in the beginning, don't get me wrong, but they got it together and they pulled through, man. They came
real quick. David Burns got a question for y'all. We got to give him a shout out. I know David Burns is one of our long-time subscribers, and he always come on the show. He said UConn coach Dan Hurley was so mad after that loss against Florida. Yeah, man, they were close, bro.
You can't. I mean, the referees. I don't know. It's hard to blame the referees, man. When it's. I mean, because calls go either way, but that guy's always mad about something. Yo, real quick, can I ask you a quick question? Who do you guys, including the games that haven't been played, who's like kind of like your dark horse, not the obvious Florida and
BYU.
Who?
BYU.
Yeah, I would say I'm a piggyback. I'm gonna go Texas Tech, Tony.
Texas Tech. Who you got, B? Who's your like unobvious, not the obvious Dukes and Floridas, and you know what I'm saying?
I really can't say, but my dark horses are kind of really gone because I was looking at St. John's as being that.
Okay.
To tell you the truth, or Yale, they're gone, right?
Oh, yeah, but they wasn't going to go too far. They good for a good. They good for a good upset.
Yeah, and Drake too. Remember, I had Drake. I pulled Drake. I said Drake was going to be there. Really, to tell you the truth, right now, with the way it looks, I don't know, man. It looks like it's coming down to all the good teams. So maybe Maryland.
Maryland. I kind of like.
I like the way Maryland plays.
I know they're not like it's their 4 seed, so it ain't like it's out of control. But I want to see what Arizona does because Stacks reminded me earlier in the week that they beat Duke, and I know it was earlier in the year. But Arizona's a good tournament team.
Yeah, but they got an Oregon team coming.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I mean,
they got an Oregon team that's playing some good ball.
And they know each other well,
that game closely.
Yeah, and they know each other well. But that's the team because it's easy. It's not easy to pick, but it's Duke and Florida and like whatever. Because when you reseed in Crook on the gambling side after tonight, it's going to be mad specials like Sweet 16, parlays and.
It's gonna get tight.
Everything's gonna be reset. Everything's gonna be reset.
Yeah, everything's gonna reset because we're gonna have that a week in between.
Dan's a sore loser for winning 2 national championships. Yo, 2 national, David. Really, to tell you the truth, that's like something like what Bill Belichick would say. That was then. He's looking at now, like so. I could understand the fire that he might have. I don't think coaches look back at the 2 championships or whatever championships they had in the past. They looking to get the 1 and 4 in front of them. So maybe that's what lit his fire for him to act up the way. I didn't see how he acted up.
No, he was yelling at he told. I guess he told because who comes out Duke and then after. I guess he told them like don't get fucked like we got fucked or some shit like that. Some shit. It's trended on Twitter. That's how I know.
Okay.
He walked up the court and he was going by they were coming out as they were leaving the court. He's like, I hope you don't get fucked like we got fucked. So that kind of went a little viral.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what David Burns is talking, but that's what I've seen. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
okay. Hey, well, people, it's natural. It's human nature for people to feel a way about the refereeing. And sometimes if it's obvious, it's obvious. I really didn't get to see the end of that UConn game because I was trying to get home or whatever. But, that's the way he feels. That's the way he feels. You know what I mean? You can't chastise the man if he felt as though that they probably was,
talking shit. He run his mouth a lot. But at the end of the day, like Stacks, he's a great coach, man. So it is what it is.
No, he's a great coach, man. And to see him get emotional like that, just goes to show you, man, how much it means to him. Because any coach could have just
that's what I mean.
Cool about it.
He
Just came off the championship.
That's what I mean.
But that's good for his players, and that team is going to be good. They're going to be back next year, and they're going to have
so
a great thing going.
David, I'm not trying to cape for, as they would say, for East Coast team because we live here and represents the East Coast. But he said the Gators. I'm gonna just put up what he said. What a horror example for these young men. Never seen coach cry so much. Gators beat UConn fair and square.
No, I disagree. I disagree with the first sentence, Dave. Mr. David Burns. I disagree with the first sentence. It's the opposite. It's a great example. That's why they won 2 championships back to back. He has to be doing something right.
And that's why he got the number 3 recruiting class in the country next year.
Yes.
No, because if he didn't, put it this way, David,
the determination in their coach, that's going to help a lot for these young guys. He has to show his young players how much it means to them that they lost a close game. They're going to see that. They're going to
get mad at Brad Stevens because it seemed like he didn't care when we lost games. Like you should hate that with Brad Stevens. Like, oh, come on, Brad. Brad's like, oh, shucks, I'm gonna go get a soft serve ice cream at Dairy Queen. Like, Brad, like, what the fuck? Get mad, you know what I mean? Like,
right. He was too laid back. He didn't have that fire.
Yeah, I respect that from Hurley though. Nah, because you gotta show the kids you can. The dude makes like $12 million a year. I'm glad he shows that. You know what I'm saying?
He can't just be laid back like, well, man. That's great. Listen, I would want him as my coach.
Now, him complaining about the refs, you could go at him for that. If
you follow that dude's family, David Burns, you know why he's like that. His whole family.
Right, exactly.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, they win. He comes.
Look up the Hurley family. You're right.
Winning position, winning family.
Yeah, winning family. Look them up. Yeah, look them up if you want to know the reason why. But I don't blame really. The only coach that I would say that was a jerk was the one, he's not alive today, that used to coach in Indiana.
Man.
That's the only jerk coach that I really could say he was a jerk. You see what I'm saying? Because the way he used to treat these young men that was trying to win championships, or did they win something?
And they loved him.
They did. They loved him. They did.
They loved that guy. He'll have a statue if he doesn't have. No, I don't think he has one.
They ain't giving him none because he beat him up.
They're gonna give him a statue. He'll get one.
Okay, we'll see.
You see what they did to that coach from Texas? They fired the coach from Texas, but
they fired him after one season.
You can't.
They didn't want to give him the job in the first place. That coach that got fired when he was on the staff got caught with, I guess he beat his wife or something, but now he's coaching. Now he's the Ole Miss coach, which is crazy. But they didn't want to give him the job in the first place when he took that team to the Elite Eight. Remember the kids the kids had the cape for him. And let me tell you something, Texas don't fuck around. Like they do it in football and they do it in basketball. If you don't win at that university, out of there. I'll tell you that right now. That's a good point.
That's a good point.
That's one university. They don't football. They don't play that. You ain't got no time to fuck around at the University of Texas.
That's a fact.
And I'm telling you right now, Steve Sarkisian have 2 losing seasons, he'll be gone too. Like, I'm telling you that right now. Like, Texas do not play. Too much money. Yeah. Too much money there.
Well, David, yes, Florida earned it. They won, so they earned it. You're right.
Hey, David, you worry about your damn Longhorns. You worry about your Longhorns while they fired my man. Why they fired my man Morpheus? You worry about why they fired Morpheus? He looked just like my man from the Matrix.
David must not like the East Coast, man. David going.
He don't like the East.
Texas A&M and all them. Matter of fact,
he ain't giving no love to anything.
Bro. Like, I feel you. You one of our best listeners.
He's on a Boston.
You get over that, bro.
He's on a Boston-based podcast, and
you better worry about the Dallas Cowboys.
David, we all on the panel pick Florida to beat UConn.
We all
picked them to win.
We all picked
Florida winning the whole thing.
3 out of 4. 3 out of 4, because I'm gonna keep it on the East Coast side of things, but Southeast. 3 out of 4 pick Florida. I got Duke. That's just it. But yo,
no, but you picked Florida to beat UConn, Beans, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
oh,
you
did you? Definitely.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, sorry. Not the whole thing, but yes, I did. I picked. David. I did pick Florida to beat UConn. So
you worry about Texas Tech. Y'all got Texas Tech going right now. You study.
Texas had like 8 teams in the tournament, didn't they? That Baylor,
that's a big ass state, bro.
He said Stacks is funny as hell.
Stats gonna get us suspended from YouTube.
I'm just telling you worry about them Longhorns right now. You worry about
hopefully we don't, man. Hopefully we get it. Maybe I could scrub it before.
Stacks over the show with some real shit, though. I feel you, Stacks. We from the 90s, man. That's how we feel sometimes. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna do all these cats.
No, he apologized. We apologize.
I apologize to all my what's that LGBTQ community.
Yeah. We didn't mean it was nothing against it. It was just
shit ain't funny. You trying to get me some.
No, I ain't got nothing to do with it, man.
Yeah, let's get off that.
On to the next topic. Let's move on.
I apologize for that whole community.
In other news today.
In other news
today, Stoney, is the Cleveland Cavaliers better watch their ass. That's what it is.
Yeah, let's get on to some news.
Man.
So hold on real quick. Let me wrap it up. So thanks, guys. So yo, Burns, thanks for coming through, David. Man, you always come through with some nice comments and some nice banter. Yeah, so we moving on from the NCAA. Yo, it's gonna be, a next great few days. Maybe in the next couple of days we'll have a show for y'all and tell y'all how this 16 is gonna look. And maybe what's gonna come out of the 16. We could give y'all a 16 prediction. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll give them a sweet 16 prediction in the next couple of days, guys. But let's move on to the NBA. Stacks got some things to talk about in the NBA because the Celtics is gaining a little bit of ground on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Tell us what's going on, Stacks. What's up?
They dropped 4 straight, man. I didn't see them losing no game, but they won today. But four straight. Now we only 5.5 behind them. The Celtics just won, by the way. But yeah, there's a chance. I mean, it's a slim chance. It's a slim chance.
I mean, look, I don't worry too much about them having a home field throughout. I really don't, because I think this year is more about the road, winning on that road. Taking care of business on the road. They fall to the number 2 spot. I'll be good with that. Honestly, I'll be good with that. There's a lot of teams that went back to back that second year. They didn't have that home field throughout. They wasn't the number 1 coming out that conference. And I don't think they need that pressure either. I want them to be number 2, low, and turn it up.
What you're saying, to give something to get.
Turn it up. Turn it up
to feel away so they could.
We got to win a different. This is gonna be a different year. This is gonna be a different.
Cleveland don't want to see Orlando in that first round. I'll tell you that. Right now, regardless if they win or not, that's gonna be a dogfight for them. For some reason, Orlando always plays them tough.
Yeah, you gotta remember that's when Orlando was healthy too. They hurt right now. They banged up real bad.
Yeah,
they beat them with the team they got.
Yeah, but the 7-game series is gonna be
7 games, man.
Yo, Atlanta, man, shout out, man. Yo, that team's every time I look, the Atlanta game, they score at least a $130 every game. Like the last 4 or 5 games, man, this team is $130, $140. Yo, this team can score that basket, man. Maybe they're going up against teams that don't play defense, but man, that team put up points, man. I definitely would have been betting them team total over.
So
man,
do Atlanta look good in the standings right now? If you're saying they scoring like that, do they have a good record?
Atlanta? No, they're number 7.
Yeah, they're 7.
They're number 7.
They can score though. They just can't play no defense.
They just can't play no defense, and it's the matchup too. I guess it's the teams, but they can score, man. The team, they've been, I'm telling you, man. Every time I look at they scoreboard, man, they up, man. I mean, they the team put up a lot of points.
Mm.
So, you know, but those are teams you don't want to play around with, though, you know, early in the playoffs. You don't want to play around with teams like that are scrappy, they can score.
Nah, that's what I'm trying to say. I mean, Orlando got Paolo back. They got Franz back. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't. Those are what you need. I don't care about sucking all that.
Franz still hurt. He ain't
listen, man. They beat Cleveland. I know, because we can't have it both ways. We can't say, well, Cleveland beat this team in the regular season, so it don't matter in the playoff. Like, this is just what it is. Some teams just match up with some teams. I'm not saying they're gonna beat them. I'm just saying it ain't gonna be a 4-0 sweep, easy. It's just not. It's just, for whatever reason, that's how they play them. Whoever's on the court. I watched that game the other day, and they beat them with Paolo and Franz and whoever else is sprinkled in there. And I don't know, like I'm a Celtics fan, obviously, but I just think when we're healthy and have full boat, I don't see who could beat us in the East in the 7-game series. That's just, I've been saying that since. I mean,
we're gonna see a different Celtics team come playoff time. We're gonna see a team that knows how to play the playoff basketball, man. They know how to play playoff basketball, and they learned that last year, and the year before last. Well, I'm saying under Coach Mazzulla.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean, yeah, definitely with the experience. Yeah, much.
I know what you're saying. No, I get what you're saying.
With Mazzulla,
he said your Mavs can what?
No, they just your Mavs got overtaken by Phoenix.
They're not making the playoffs.
Overtaken by Phoenix yesterday.
Phoenix, the Mavs are done, David. I'll see you next year.
Yeah, they done, man. Because Irvin's out for the year.
Phoenix just overtook them.
Kyrie's gone for the year.
AD,
he's gone for the year.
They shut AD down.
And they shut AD down.
He ain't rushing back.
Y'all just forfeited the game because you didn't have enough players, David Burns. Stop the madness, man. Y'all ain't going nowhere. Sound like a fucking Lakers fan.
Phoenix just overtook them for the 10th spot.
Phoenix
they just overtook them for the 10th spot.
Yeah, you got Houston. I mean, you got another.
Yeah, you got Houston. Ride with Houston, man. Shout out to you.
You might have to ride them for a little bit because they're gonna be that next team.
Houston displayed the Heat about a couple of days ago, and my man's son working at the hotel. He got the picture with Udoka. He told me, "Yo, man, I'm a big fan, man. Sorry to see it didn't work out for you in Boston." He said Udoka said, "I don't really give a fuck."
But you know what? He's that type of dude.
It sounded like something he would say. It sounded like something he would say. He got the look, everything.
He told me that shit I was dying, man.
Yo, and maybe because you know what, they chased him out of there, bro. There's another story behind that, bro. You know what I mean? So
we know what happens when you do that, man. Come on, man. You can't.
Houston in the second place, David. What you talking about? Hey, Dave, we about to put a muzzle on you.
Dave, we gotta put your comments to like 3 shows.
We're about to put pause on you. Hey, Dave, I know it's March Madness. You might be lit right now. How many? What's the drink? What's the drink in Texas, Bean? What that they drink down there?
Lean. They drink lean.
Yeah. You want to be on that lean? You about to be on that lean right now.
Lean and what? Don't they like bourbon down there in them type of then the South? Ain't they bourbon heads? He probably drinking
commercial wise, yeah, but like in the hood, it's lean.
It's lean.
Yeah, you on that lean?
Look at that triple cup.
Cook shut that shit down. Cook said, "Yeah, fuck that bourbon shit. Them dudes drink lean."
Looking at lean.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. If I was out there, I might dabble in it. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. I try it out.
I had some of that before. That shit ain't no joke. That shit is make you sweat. I don't know how the fuck they chick. I was sweating and I drank that shit in the winter. How can you be in 100 degrees? That niggas is built different down south. They get addicted
to that, though. They get addicted to that, man.
Dave, man. Dave's on that lean right now. Like, listen to what he's saying.
What is this going, yo?
Boston Celtics already bought, man. They already bought, man.
They got bought, man. They got bought by some rich white dude, man. Like, not Oprah and Jay-Z better worry about Las Vegas. That's what you mean to say.
They better worry about being in that puffy case. They better worry about that shit.
Yeah, they got worry. They got other shit going on.
Right. Yo, Dave, man, get off the lean, man. For real.
Yeah, you on that lean, man. You on that lean. Coming up with all types.
They've been on that shit since Pow Wow, niggas.
Oh wow, baby!
Straight
What's
up,
my man name on the single? Big Pokey. Shout out to Big
Sauce Walker, man. They tried to kill homeboy last night or 2 days ago.
Yo, I saw that. Yo, what's up with that? I seen that
they killed this man. They killed his
front of the FedEx Arena, in front of where the Grizzlies play or something.
Get the fuck out of here! Right in front of the arena.
Yo, they let him live though. They stood over him and let him live. They could have killed him. They just let him live.
So they killed this man though.
Killed his man, yeah.
Damn, man.
Damn.
Rap shit ain't no. I might have to retire from that, but I rap about love songs.
Nah, you know what it is, yo. These dudes, you know what it is? It's real simple.
That rap shit is
these dudes, they don't know how to stay low, man. You gotta be low, man.
You be robbing niggas and going to the corner store. Like imagine
you gotta be low,
robbing
man.
someone on Humboldt and then going to like the dugout to get you a little chicken and rice plate. Like, what the fuck are you doing, fam? Like,
you gotta be low, man. You can't be going to what is it, Roscoe Chicken and Waffle in Compton? you can't do that, man. And then your girl,
Stony Dolo too.
And then your girl's over there.
Oh man,
no, the one I'm talking about, PNB Rock, man.
PNB Rock, yeah. That's right. He was with his girl up in the Roscoe.
She's on live talking about where.
Because these dudes think it's cool to go to the hood and put it on live. Like I could go anywhere. What's cool about that?
They were saying, do not go, because everybody goes to the Marathon store where Nipsey had the store, and you know how he got a mural, but people go there to take pictures and all that.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not a good move to do. That's not a good thing to do.
Yo, you know what, bro?
You're like right in the middle of the hood. Like you're like in gangland over there.
But listen, you just gotta go through, drive through, keep it moving, bro. Yo, the dude, what's his name?
What's up with this one? I don't even know too much. I'm not into these young niggas and these young ninjas and them shit. Yella got arrested for killing who?
Yeah. But then everybody knew that. That's kind of like,
but not directly. More like a hit.
Yeah, he paid to do it. I don't want him to talk like that. I don't know why. Let's get off that. Yo, we gotta keep it moving, bro.
I'm in Cali. I'm in San Diego, man.
Yo,
that's where I'm at. I'm in San Diego. Those are rappers. You
can't be in these conversations.
I know, man. I'm over here talking. I know all the shit I'm talking about. Listen, I'm a little underground dude. I just don't want to be talking about people's cases. That's what happened with Big U. People get online, they start talking about this and that. Yo, this is crazy how people be on. People don't think the police literally in any indictment, any of these indictments, they're watching you on your Instagram.
Yo, but they all want to be on YouTube. They brought it on themselves. People been.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
They all brought it themselves. Yo, if it wasn't for them coming out, we would never know who they are. They would have been.
That's a fact.
We would never know. If they kept it that way.
The thing is what they don't realize, that feds pay niggas to listen to your rhymes.
A fact.
Listen to your rhymes. They just cased up these cats down here, Beans, rhyming, 4 of them, and these niggas led police right to the trap. Right to it. Right to it. Now they all got RICO charges. Like, people are paying, they listen to your rhyme. You ain't even got to be on YouTube or nothing. They listen to your rhyme. They listen. Shout to your boy though. That's how he got caught up. What's my man name? He just came home not too long ago. Bobby Shmurda. That's how he got caught up. They listen to his rhymes.
Right now. They
listen to his rhymes and they reroute some shit. And they got him. They got him in his.
That's a fact. They trying to change that law.
Good luck with that. You think they changing that law? That ain't gonna happen. That's
ain't gonna happen because
what do you mean? That's a fool for the alphabet boys. You crazy?
No, it ain't gonna happen.
What law?
They trying to change the law to saying they want to strike.
You can't admit you can't bring lyrics and all that into the court case. Like
to the court case.
Nah, they don't do that no more. They just watch these guys on YouTube playing.
No, fact. But
what are they doing now?
No. But the thing is, a lot of these cats, though, I'm telling you, it's crazy. Like, just because they put the caution, these are fake these are props, not real guns. Like, nah, they don't care. Like you said, they listen to what you're saying. They don't care that guns are toy guns.
They're gonna listen to what you're saying and they're gonna check up on that.
Check up on that.
Yeah.
Then shout out, look at Lil Durk. Lil Durk had a stitch in his camp the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
That's another thing. You can't listen, man. These dudes is wearing wires, bro. Like the big U dude, his right-hand man was wearing a wire, bro. So you know,
it's ugly out here, man.
He ain't a rapper. He's a CEO.
Like you said, the rap game is on something different.
Something different, man. You gotta listen. You gotta just rap about what you rap about. It is what it is, man. I'm a grown man, but we lost our way. And I don't want to sound like an old head, but we lost our way when we got away from the lyricism. Not that none of this new stuff ain't good for the kid. Listen, everybody got an era, so I'm not hating on nobody's era.
True.
When you literally telling on yourself in songs, man, I just don't think that's cool, no matter what era you in. Like,
no matter what era, yeah.
You literally telling police that you knocked them off at 7-Eleven on West Boulevard in Tampa. Like, you giving them the nigga. Yo, Lil Durk had a song called "At the Gas Station," like, and this is where Homeboy got shot. So it's just like I don't know, man.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
They're listening to their rhymes and lead them, and they lead them right to the body. Oh yeah, he said he shot him right here. Yeah, he said that on the rhyme.
Even the coordinates too, the degree, angle of the street, like yo, it's crazy, bro.
Blame the drill rap genre.
You know who started that drill rap? But they don't give a fuck anyway. Chicago, shout out.
They don't care.
Yeah, they don't care. They low right now, man.
They don't give a flying fuck beans. They'll tell you where they killed the body. Yeah, I did it right here. Shama fucking on some other shit like this.
No, for real, no. Them young boys up there, man.
That's one spot, Stoney, where yo, let me tell you something. We went out, shout out to Mo. We went out to a chicken spot. I ain't gonna lie, yo, the kids tucked their jewelry, yo. Like out there. He was like,
but that was chicken?
You can't be going out there. Yeah, Harold's chicken right there. Yeah. He said, yo, you can't be going out here like this. You gotta tuck your joints out there. Like a lot of motherfuckers, y'all want to rock these chains. I mean, gold coming back in play now. You can't be rocking your shit anywhere. I'm telling you right now.
And a lot of their jewelry's fake too, man. They be getting got for fake jewelry.
If you turn the jokes, Stoney, I don't know that. You know
that's what I'm saying. They playing themselves by even.
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know it's fake. You turn the jokes and you starving. I don't know.
These dudes might start having those gold testers on before they rob them. They're like, hey, let me see that first.
Let me see that.
Okay, let me get it.
Give me that.
I just don't know how they could wear all that stuff around their neck, man. It looks uncomfortable, man. You know?
Stacks. I mean, Crook. I like a little jewelry. Y'all don't even, I like a little jewelry. I like a little jewelry, right? No doubt, right? Yo, but these dudes be wearing some stuff that, if you hungry, like Stacks just said, man, if this was East New York in the 90s or the 80s, or even here in Boston, like rap dudes used to come out here, big time rap artists used to come out here and think they could wander around Boston with they used to think they could wander around Boston.
These is the best. He said wander around.
Yo, they used to, and they used to hear stories.
I got a few, but I'm not gonna say it all.
I ain't gonna call nobody's names, but them dudes know they came out here and thought Boston was on like, oh, yeah, whatever. We're gonna do a show, and they wandering around, and next thing you know, they got stories to tell because they went home.
They went home, and they ran right over in the alleyway. I ain't gonna say who, but it was a big.
I'm telling you. So
they got home like it was like
Tony said, the whole thing, especially when you're not really like covered like that. When I mean covered, like I don't care if you got in today's rap game, I doubt the goons. Let's say the goon got on like the Mr. T-neck, right? You know what I mean with the Mr. T-neck.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Let's say they got the Mr. T-neck, and you go outside. We downtown Boston, or we wherever, LA, whoever. You think, and can the goons walk around strapped up? Really?
Yeah.
They would.
If you get caught up, then you.
But if you get caught up, you're walking around in metropolitan cities with the Mr. T neck with your mans and them from the hood. If they wrapped up, then I feel safe. If I'm the artist, if I'm the the talent, as they might say, right? I would feel safe if my guys my boys from the way and they strapped up and we ready and I could walk around my Mr. T. But if that's not the case, why am I outside then? Seriously. If I'm not paying for somebody to be walking around with the legal strap, I'm not walking around with all that.
You gotta understand that's part of the part of the thing is the ego of the artist. They want you to know, not to get too deep in it. Dude that got killed yesterday, that was with Sauce Walker, basically was like, "Yo, I'm in Memphis where none of y'all rappers go," and he got killed like an hour later. So, it's part of it now is basically like. They did it back then, because if you remember when Easy and them beefing, Easy went to the hood and did part of the video and all that. But my point is, part of the allure of this whole rap game now is like, I could go to your hood.
Mm-hmm.
I could go to your sub shop, your barber shop, And
oh no, they were doing it out here too.
No, they did it. Right. This happened recently out here too. I'm not gonna get into that because I don't want to talk about anything.
You're right.
That's part of it is, and it's not a new thing. It was like that back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's what God rest his soul. Biggie and them like, nah, I'm in LA. They said, Biggie, you might want to leave LA. Nah, I'm in LA. Like, I want to be in LA. Like, no, you might want to leave, Biggie. Nah, we going back to Cali. No disrespect to Big. I'm just saying, like, that's part of it is like, yo, I could be where you think I'm not supposed to be. At the end of the day, like that kid yesterday had on like 300,000 worth of jewelry. They didn't even take his jewelry, fam. They didn't take his jewelry. They just want him dead. They're like, we're just gonna kill you. You want to act like you would come back here and be around here when you did what you did or whatever you may do. So that's a part of it. Like no one really to be without security is like the cool thing. Like I'm in your hood with no security. Like
wow,
you know what I mean? And that's what happened with Homeboy. He went to Roscoe's. Not to talk about the dead dog. I'm just saying, you go to Roscoe's with your girl in the hood, like, and you're worth $1 million. Like, what are you doing? But
the thing was, he didn't want to give it up. That's what happened. He was supposed to give it up.
For sure. I mean, he
gives it up. He would have had to like pay to get it back. That's But
that's the thing, though, Stoney. Your career could get ended like that in the rap game, though. Once you buy back your jewelry, you ain't selling no more records. Unless you're Drake or Kendrick Lamar, them dudes ain't walking around like that.
But they're not supposed to know that, though. There's a lot of guys.
I know what you're saying. No, but Stoney, what they do now, these young cats. No, but what they do now, these young cats get right on Instagram. They ain't supposed. See, that's how it was before. A lot of jewelry got snatched in the past, but like you said, Stoney, things were happening behind the scenes. Now your jewelry gets snatched. The kids that snatch it's on Instagram. Screaming out his set like we got Homeboy's joint. We want $50K for it. They put in this.
He's doing the woo walk. He's doing the woo walk with your shit.
He had to give it up.
Crazy.
God rest his soul. He had to give it up. But that's
you gotta give it up now. But like I said, bro, part of it is and that's just not to get into no psychological thing. That's just the human. The ego is a mother, man. Like, you walk down the street, stepping on your feet.
Good comment, David. Good comment.
You stepping on your feet and then you want to shoot someone over because they stepped on your feet and bumped into you, and you know what I mean? Like
it's crazy.
It's crazy, man. It's when you're a rapper, you're supposed to have your reputation. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Especially when you're young. Like these dudes, if you in the rap game, you rapping about that type of life. If you ain't been in jail or shot nothing, you gotta be the toughest guy in the rap game. You're gonna act extra tough. You know what I'm saying? Now you're gonna crash out. Some of these dudes, you know what I heard real quick? Some of these dudes' labels tell them to catch a case. Real talk. Like they tell these cats to catch a case. So they can have something on their little name, bro. Like
and the sales will jump.
Yeah, catch a case, fight a case, come home, make more. Like
and the sales will jump.
It's nuts.
That's true. That's nuts, man. Yo, shout out to I love the rap genre. Like as far as the music, hip hop, what's going on today in hip hop, I don't know. I can't really call it. It's wild. Yes, Kendrick is the leading the charge right now because he has the ear of the people. But the rap game's kind of funny, man. Like it ain't like how it used to be, man. When y'all know what it is, man. New York had a little bit of everything for you. Right out of New York, had a little bit of everything for you. And then, you know, yes, Atlanta came around, the South came, and they gave a little bit. But now
the South gave a lot.
No, not a little. No, I'm wrong. I'm not saying a little bit like that. I'm saying they, you know, of course, rap was created out of New York, whatever. And New York held it down for all those years, for them decades. Yes, the Atlanta came in, the South came in with a genre from Texas all the way to like North Carolina. They came in with a genre, and then you know what I mean.
Me and Stash, we wore out that first Scarface album. I go to Stash crib any time of day. He had,
of course, yes, and that's before. Looking at, and that's before people was even like for us in that rap game, listening to Scarface and them and Ghetto Boys and stuff. We didn't even look at it as a South genre of rap. We just liked the shit.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
That was it. West Coast rap, Easy and all them dudes. We just like that shit. Snoop when he came out, Gin and Juice, all that shit. It wasn't about West Coast rap, this and that. That shit turned into that after the fact. And even after the fact, to me, I listen to any. Doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It's just like you said. Now this whole thing is divided up like that. It's just wow. Like you know what I mean?
Maryland game is going.
It's going.
Oh yeah, it's gonna come down to the wire.
What's the score, real quick, on the Colorado Maryland?
I got 60 to 57 Colorado State. I don't know who you got that.
Maryland made it one and went up 3. Then Colorado State hit 0 fucking shots, man. Some of these shots they hitting is fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, they just hitting shots, man. It's like,
yo, I want Maryland to get out of there. I like the Kid Queen, man. Like I like the way he plays. But yeah, man. Yo, listen. What else we got going on real quick in the sports before we call it a night, man?
The Celtics got sold $6.1 billion.
That's right. Celtics got sold.
I'm a little worried about that, man.
Yeah,
I did some research on Homeboy, man. I'm a little worried
people. I know what you're saying. I know you're saying you're not Stony, but people don't know who's the owner. They don't know.
I know, but he's from out here. He's from here. It's not like it's an owner.
But he's not committed to anything. They're asking him straight up, and he's not. He's setting it up so he could. He's setting it up so he could get out of that. And Steve Pagliuca should have got that sale, bro. Read about that. We talk about that on next. Like, really read it.
You got to worry when the owner from out of this that's not from here and has other teams is buying the team. That's when you got to worry. You know, when you like if you got the guy that owned the Rams and he owned the Colorado, you know, and he buys this team. Whenever there's owners that own other teams and they buy a team and buy your team. That's when you got to worry.
But his reputation is when he buys something, he downsizes. That's his reputation. That's how.
And he's not going to be the. He's not going to be the. And remember, Wick Grossbeck's going to stay as some type of governor.
That's a weird shit right thing too. What is it?
It's going to be a while.
No. I think what happened. We could look more into it, but I think what happened is this dude brought the majority shares of the Celtics. Wick and them probably still own a little whatever. They still own.
Yeah, they still own a piece, but with the way he did it was the owner that bought the team now, he's not going to own it completely until like I think 2030 or something like that. Wick Grossbeck is still going to be the governor of the team. He's still going to have a say in operations because he's going to ease out of it. He's not going to just give you the team and be out. Nah, that's the whole thing. That's why I feel even better because he's not going to just bounce like that. He's still going to be there. The guy that bought it, yeah, he owns the team and he has a good chunk of shares, but it's not going to be his team fully until, like I said, 2030. I'm not sure exactly what the years is, but it's a good 6-7 years.
It's a long process. We've done it for 3 more years as far as being the president. But the thing is, that runs in conjunction with what most of these contracts are, like D. White and Holiday and Porzingis. And this is what I'm trying to say. He's taking over this guy officially when these contracts are running out. What I'm trying to say, and just let's see what they do with Horford this offseason.
I mean, look, if we win another one, then I mean, I'm gonna be laid back. I'm not saying I'm gonna give.
Nah. Listen, you know, I'm just going by what I'm reading. I'm not taking any news from
I heard this consensus. I heard this consensus about the sale of the Celtics, and there's something that's not up in the air, but it's on the table based on this sale. The Celtics might be moving out of TD Garden and building their own stadium. TD Garden is they rent right now.
They owned by the Bruins.
They own the TD Garden is owned by the Bruins and the Jacobs family, is it?
Yep, exactly.
So the Jacobs family, who's the ones who I think, if I'm not, I don't want to fuck it up, but I think I'm right with the name, who owns the Bruins, and they own probably the Bills or somebody else, some New York team. They own some shit.
The Bruins and the Sabres, I believe. No, not the Sabres. The
Penguins.
No, they don't own the.
They own somebody else.
Well, they own some other team. You're right.
They own some other team.
They own some other team.
I think they saying part of this sale, to tell you guys, I've heard this. They saying part of this sale, the contingency F part of this sale is that the Celtics might be positioning themselves for a new stadium. And I think and I'm just talking based on just,
it makes sense though.
Just think about how much sense it really makes. Who's about to fight? This is so fun. It's not no conspiracy theory thing. It's just business, right? So just hear me out, people. Right now, there's going to be an election for the new mayor of Boston in the next year or so. And the person who's contending with the female mayor of Boston, that I'm not a Boston, I don't live in the city right now, but she's doing good for the city. This guy's a Kraft, and he's coming in to become the mayor of Boston. There's two things that's about to happen here. There's about to be some big business deals being done in the city of Boston. If the Kraft's son ends up being mayor of Boston, you might see the soccer stadium that Kraft wants in the city, and you might see the Celtics get their own stadium. It's all set up. That's why this guy's running to become the mayor of Boston. Why you want to become the mayor of Boston? You're the son of a multi-billionaire. What's the use for this city? It's business deals. So that's what's about to happen. So yeah, in the future, you're going to see that.
Because the Warriors, look at the Warriors, man. They've been winning. After they was winning,
$6 billion and renting out a building. That makes
right, exactly. I mean, once you reach a successful level, you got to get your own.
You buying a team for $6.1 billion,
you can't,
and you renting? No.
And you know why they did the 0.1, right?
To build a stadium.
No, but you know why they did the 0.1? The 0.1 was for a reason. Because
tell me.
The rest, the Commanders sold for 0.5. The 0.1 made it the biggest sale in the history of North American sports.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
They beat him by $500,000.
David got something to say.
David might have to get some rest tonight. David's on. Will you drink a 5-hour energy drink, Dave?
Let's see what he got. He said he got something. David keeping us on the air. He keeping us on the air.
Well, I actually seen that stat line.
What do you think about that, Stacks?
That stat line was kind of crazy though. But
Lakers, I ain't surprised. I ain't surprised. Like any team, it's the NBA. Any team get blown out any given night. They just happen to beat them when LBJ.
Yeah, but he was talking about that stat line. That stat line was like he had like 10 steals, 20, some weird shit. But I seen that.
So Giddy went off
he
on.
Sucks though. He can't shoot. Like
he said, Budden record is 15 career triple double.
Joe Budden's a basketball player? What?
Yeah, what are you saying? Buttons? Who's Buttons?
I think he misspelled somebody's name.
Stacks said, I'm not fucking with this.
He misspelled somebody's name.
Yeah, he misspelled somebody's name.
He said I meant Giddy.
I knew he misspelled somebody's name.
How you get Joe Buttons?
The crazy thing, they had Joe Button playing basketball the other day, so I'm bugging out too. Like,
oh man, he was looking horrible, man.
He looked crazy, right? Yo, you gotta get, man. Listen, real quick, I got a PSA announcement, bro. For real. This is to all my brothers. I don't care what color you are. But this is all my brothers in your 40s, man. Please take care of yourselves. Go to the doctors. I just went the other day. I'm good. Listen, fellas, please. Women too, whoever, just take care of yourself, man. Like, listen, just eat. It's not. I know you can do cheat days and walk, do a brisk walk.
For real.
Seriously, man, this shit's crazy. A lot of people are passing away, fam. Strokes, diabetes.
Strokes, diabetes, all kinds of
bro. We come on.
I mean,
man.
people don't want to change their lifestyle, man. I mean, people.
I'll be in that F45 tomorrow morning, 6:30 sharp. I'll tell you that.
Real, man. I mean, people don't want to change their lifestyle, man.
Yo, I'm not even paying.
I'm not preaching. I'm just trying to say this is just for me to you.
No,
I'm just saying, man. Like,
I'm glad you threw the PSA out there, bro.
Just go get some blood work. It doesn't take long. Now, if you work, a lot of people take blood work at your job. Listen, man, seriously, bro. Like, I got a lot of people at my job, man, and a lot of people not even 45 yet, man, sick. High blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, man. I'm just saying, just get it checked, bro. If you don't want to change it, I'm not saying to start eating fucking salad every day, but just it's not no game, fam. Like, keep it real. Like,
one thing they say, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. They said the doctors, all of them would tell you, and like you said, we ain't preaching to nobody. This is PSA for black men out there and men, period, women, period. Man. It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter what your origin. It doesn't matter your origin, where where you from, whatever you go. Make sure you stay checking up on yourself for real. Like, no bullshit. Like, like you said, do your doctors, do your blood works, all that shit, and eat a little bit cleaner. We don't always have.
You don't run around with a Popeyes and get you a 30-piece and go crazy.
Eat a little bit cleaner, man. One thing they say.
Man. That's all I'm saying.
The
man.
doctors,
you don't have to stop drinking. I'm just
what
saying.
All doctors say: diet and exercise. Diet and exercise. So throw a little exercise in your life and eat a little green. They say green is the thing. Green leafy vegetables.
Yeah.
That's the key, is green. Like, you wouldn't even think it. That shit that people
antioxidants.
That's the shit right there. So, add that part of your diet, man. And I'm telling you, man.
Don't be shy. Go for a little walk. I know it ain't warm and
What? For real? Yo, listen, man.
I'm gonna go for me a little brisk walk tomorrow when I wake up. A little brisk. I might call Stacks, talk shit about something, but I'm gonna go for a little brisk. I'm
gonna say one last thing, man. I've been on this, like you said, like a little change of lifestyle for the past month now, and I'm gonna say I feel way much better than I did just 4 weeks ago. And I'm gonna say shout out to Crook. He put me on. He's been telling me for a minute now, and I say yeah. I'm gonna go check it out. Yeah. And one day I just woke up and I was like, let me go check this. You know what I mean?
And I'm gonna tell you, listening to Crook looked the same since the fucking 8th grade.
But you know why?
Same weight, same haircut, same.
He got weight. He knows what he's doing.
He got good genes.
He got good genes, but he's controlling his weight. But he knows
he's been the same weight since we was in high school, though. I don't know what he's doing.
Blessing.
I'm telling you. So what I said, you know what? Let me take his advice, man. I joined F45 here in Dedham. Yo,
my mother is in her 70s talking about she's going to the gym. She's been going to the gym. She's going on some crazy diet, bro. Like, my mama in her 70s, fam. So if a 70-year-old woman could do it, fam, like, come on, man, like,
Little things, little changes, bro. For real. Because like you said, man, it really hits home when
that
you hear.
That being said, I did buy a bag of sweet tarts yesterday. I got I'm only doing like little at a time, fam. I ain't.
Don't get me wrong, man. Like they never said don't enjoy.
Yeah. No, my doctor said that. She said you have a little bit.
You just don't overindulge. Don't overindulge.
I gave up soda. Like honestly, I haven't had a drink in like 9 years. I haven't had a soda, honestly, bro. I don't remember the last time I had like a bought soda, bro. Like for real.
That's a good thing.
Like that's crazy. That's literally like Coca-Cola and all that craziness, and you drinking that
diabetes in a cup.
I be going to work in the morning, dude. We having a Coca-Cola with an egg and cheese sandwich and chips for breakfast in the morning. I ain't judging no one. I'm just like, damn, that shit's like
that's 4,000 calories right there.
That's it. The breakfast of champions, you know.
For real, that's like 4,000 calories. The soda alone is like 2,000 calories.
Yeah, so yo, I'm the same thing while y'all holding y'all fucking diabetic clinic. We looking at the smile like, yeah. It's Tony, they holding the fucking clinic.
Y'all supposed to give us
me and Tony looking at the mirror.
Don't let that fool you.
I know that's what you're looking at, Tony. I'm looking at
man. This is 64 right here.
It's tied up.
Yeah, man.
This is
yo, man. Come on, Maryland. They gotta take it, man. I want Maryland.
I got it on my little screen next to me too. But I'm just giving my PSA announcement. That's why I ain't trying to get on my
Stacks is the comedian on this show, dog.
You can't ever say, don't ever say we don't get no positivity.
True. True.
Nah, y'all right. Everybody you got to watch the joint.
No. They can never say that Parlay with Us hasn't given nothing back to the community as far as a positive PSA about how life is, man. We just gave it to you guys.
Motherfuckers done had a segment on the low.
Yeah, I like that. Yo, we got
yo. I ain't gonna hold you. I had to work tomorrow. I would have been trying to get a wrap this shit up. What else you want to talk about? If you got a Monday off for like 3 months.
Listen, if you got dough, listen, Crook and Stack.
Y'all want to talk
just
real
think about
estate?
y'all got dough.
I'm trying to buy the crib off my bro. Buy another crib. We might get some. Me and my brother trying to buy a cul-de-sac, bro. No bullshit. We trying to get
30 and dough is still on. You know he ain't got to work tomorrow. And he's still going, like he's going. You know what I mean? Like he's drinking that coffee. That shit
my Bustelo, man. I don't have to work
Bustelo. That Bustelo just got on that zap, yo. Seriously.
Yeah, man. That's my drug of choice.
Listen. Me and Stacks talked about it the other day. We're gonna talk about it some more, and I'm gonna drop this out there. But you know what? Stacks is right. And I was telling my brother about it. Yo, man, we just go down in the South somewhere. Just buy up like 100 acres.
I talked about that, and my brother.
Just buy like 100 acres. Like we ain't doing shit with it. We just go down there and probably roam around it when we want to, but just buy 100 and just hold it on motherfuckers.
Nah, that's what we were talking. Me and Stacks talked about that last year. You remember Stacks?
Yeah, you can build on it as you go.
Yeah,
build on as you go, or just get there. Like say, yo, you know what? Yo, listen. I'm gonna tell y'all something. And Stacks, you're onto something, and I'm gonna be 100 with it. You're on to something. I don't got to build shit on it. I'm going to tell you why. I buy that 100 acres, 50 acres, whatever we buy together. We're a team, right? We buy that shit. We ain't got to do shit.
No, all we have to do is pay the rent.
A developer is going to come to us and going to say, yo, Parlay with Us team, we want to buy 50 acres of y'all shit for $50 million. Thank you. I ain't built shit and I'm rich.
Bro.
You see what I'm saying?
Honestly,
that'd be nice.
Honestly,
you see what I'm saying? You don't build, you know why? And no reason why I'm saying that this is not far-fetched, guys. Y'all might laugh at like, yo, you Cook Beans is talking shit. America is in a housing crisis, my friends. Bro. Don't forget that. America is in a housing crisis. The need for land is higher than what you think, bro.
Yeah,
trust me.
Listen, man.
Especially land you can
my
build
brother
on.
My brother had property in Ohio for a minute. Like, listen, I'm not trying to show my ass whatever. It's easier than you think. Like I said, I'm not trying to show my ass. I own a home. We're all homeowners on here. But what I'm trying to tell you is, it's not as hard as you think. The problem is, sometimes when we look at it from a distance, it's like, oh, wait a minute. oh, I'm gonna need X, Y, Z. Oh, I bought land, I gotta build it. Oh, I gotta there's always transactions, transitions. This is how people do it. Doesn't matter where you're from, what color, how old, whatever. Boom, boom. You can do it. You read about it. And we talked about this last year. Me and Stacks and my bro, like, you know what I'm saying? So me and my brother trying to like build, like literally buy a cul-de-sac. Like,
that's nice.
I'm not showing my ass, so I'm just telling what we're trying to do. And the thing is, we could hold the land, and if all we're doing is just paying a note for the land. Wait a minute, 5 years later, that's what happened with him in Ohio. 5 years later, that shit just jumped up. And my brother Joe, you know, gangster stats will tell you, bro. This dude he don't know everything, but he knows a little bit about everything, bro. Like,
right.
I'm like,
damn, no, I mean that's
how easy it was for you. Okay, boom.
Real estate is key. Land is key. Land is always key, man. You could watch any movie from the old days. You could watch Game of Thrones, House of Dragon. They all say the land. It's about the land.
True fact.
It's about the land, bro. It ain't about nothing else out here. People think it's about.
Make you think you're gonna go get your real estate. Like, don't get me wrong. You want to do all that, you can do all that. I don't have any of that. I'm just saying.
Listen, people think paper, the money, the paper money is really where the value at. No. The value is in the land, my dude.
No, for sure.
The land and the commodities that you probably have. You know what I mean? So the more land you have, just think about all the people that's rich in this world. Land.
Cut y'all off, Stoney. That's Angel Reese's little brother getting all them buckets. You see him?
Yeah, I saw that shit.
Oh, that's him?
Yeah, that's him. He plays. Remember,
what's up with Iowa State?
She was at Maryland. She transferred to LSU. She from there. They from up there.
She from Maryland. They from Baltimore. They from Baltimore.
Right? Yeah.
Shout out to them, man. Yo, shout out to them, man. That's cool when you got a basketball family like that. You know what I mean? That's a good thing.
Like Toppin, you see that Toppin kid is Obi Toppins. They got 3 brothers.
Yeah, they got 3 of them, right?
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, this game is going. What's up with Iowa State though, fans?
They hurt, man. I'm surprised they made it as far as they have. They've been hurting. So at the end of the year, they best player been hurt. Then they had the other dude, second leading scorer, he got hurt. So they staggering into the damn. Luckily, they started off hot. That's what got them into the tournament. They'd had them injuries early. They might have been on the bubble.
Who's Iowa State playing right now?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss.
They down, but you know,
Ole Miss is good though. Ole Miss is good. Ole Miss can make them bad.
I guess need Iowa State to score 71 points. That's all I need from you guys. You can lose the game.
They should get that, but I don't know. Yo, Duke looking real good, Stoney.
Yeah, they are, man. They are. It might be Duke of Florida, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
I think that's what I got in my final. No, that is what I got in my final.
I think everybody got that.
Everybody got that one.
Some people got Houston though. Some people do got Houston.
Yeah, you'll be surprised, man. Some people, a lot of people got.
All the ones are still alive, right? All the ones are still alive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the ones are still alive. I think I tell you the first one that's gonna go is gonna be Houston.
Think so?
You think so?
Yeah. I think Houston's gonna be Auburn looked good, man. Auburn looked good, and I think
if you look at the matchup, those
I think
Houston could beat them, and I think Auburn can use the Michigan State. I can see that happening. Tennessee. See, I'm in SEC country down here, so I'll be watching a lot of these games. So Tennessee sometimes has struggle scoring. In Houston, that's the only thing I worry. That was a big knock on Tennessee.
Houston, I mean, they struggled against the Zags a little bit. I mean, they jumped out on them early and often, but the Gonzaga made a run in the end. You know, they just missed a couple of shots.
That's Gonzaga, Stoney. They're gonna do that's Mark Few.
They're gonna do their thing. But Tennessee, I feel like they're the same type of team, and they're more effective than Gonzaga.
I just think Tennessee, they ain't really played nobody, man. Really, Wofford. I mean, they struggled against Wofford. if you think about it.
They
didn't beat Wolf
UCLA, right?
Yeah, UCLA.
UCLA wasn't really.
Yeah, I thought they was chips. Damn, boy, this is a game. Yo, fellas, we got to get off this phone right here. That was a big shot right there, Tony.
That was a big shot.
It was a Sean Doe PSA real estate health.
Nah, man, that's cool, man. It's Sunday. We ain't been on the tube in a while like this, so that's cool, man. I appreciate it. It doesn't matter. We know, like, listen, Stacks. I know it's a big yo. We was we was getting on Stacks.
That's the one that you be trying to hold us up on here. We've been ready to get off. Stacks like,
Stacks is a funny dude. This dude do not play around with this shit, yo. This dude don't play.
Stacks kept the conversation going and said, "Let's get up off."
Yo, he don't play with this basketball shit. It's so funny because we thought you wasn't even gonna fucking get on.
I know Stacks tonight. I didn't think you were gonna show up tonight.
You didn't think you was gonna get on.
I was like, yo, where's Stacks at?
I'm getting on, but I'm about to get off this motherfucker right now. I'm about to get off this right now.
Hey, we before we go though, man, are we gonna do a I'm gonna try. I'm at work. We're gonna do the Thursdays thing still.
What? Y'all want to do Wednesday 16 dropping?
If you real quick,
Thursday and Friday.
Listen, Crook is
think about it. You want to do it Wednesday?
Because Thursday
Crook is the scheduler.
To be announced. We got
You want to do it Wednesday?
It's everybody. It's touch base Tuesday.
All right.
Yeah. We're touch base during the week.
All right.
But we got to do one during the week though. We have to.
Because Thursday's gonna be the games. You can't do it at 7:30 because it's gonna be games at that time. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So
yeah, it's gonna be games at that time. Yep. So it have to be early Thursday. I think the game. I mean, let's see what the times are, but it's gonna definitely have to be early.
It doesn't matter whoever.
Talk about in the group chat, and then I'll be able to get on from work. I'll just take my break at that time.
So just let me know. I think the schedule this week we can do 1 or 2 shows during the week. It doesn't matter. It don't matter who's on. We can do it. So just let me know. So guys, I'll see you guys, man. It was a great show, man. Once again, man, thanks everybody for coming through, man. It's Parlay with us. You got me, Beans, you got Doe, you got Crook, Stacks. Please hit the like, thumbs up, share it, do the whole subscribe thing, do it all, man. And we appreciate it. I'll see you guys during the week. Peace. Come on.
God, to make moves, doobie don't snooze, it's on your back, cause they hate you, dog break through, son get through.